So how do we design an epic life? Well, I am a strong believer that if we don't consciously design our own life, somebody else is going to design our life for us. Or somebody's going to influence us to design a life that they think is best for us. And now, in a time that we're living, in a time where most of the world we live in like in autopilot, it's very easy to be influenced by other people. And if you think about it, everybody's designing a life regardless. The problem is that when we're not consciously designing our own life, a lot of times we're designing a life of lack, of insecurity, of pain, of mediocrity. So what I want to do right now is share with you a couple very, very profound steps that I think is going to help you to be able to create and design an epic life. So let's get started. Number one is, before we start creating and designing our life, it's very important to do a life assessment. See exactly how your life is going, from your health, from your wealth, from your relationship, from your recreational, the things that you love doing. Be aware of the things that are working, the things that are not working, the things that are giving you life, the things that are not giving you life. Because a lot of times people go directly and try to create an amazing life and design their proper quality life without doing the step number one, which is a life assessment, which is creating awareness. Because if we do not create this awareness, once we design that life, that thing that we're not aware that is holding us back, that's going to influence the life that we're trying to create always. So that's number one. Create a life assessment of the things that are working amazingly and the things that are holding you back, that are not working. So now let's go with number two. Number two is create a life vision. Here we start creating and designing. This is the first process of designing a vision of what you want. Not what your family wants or society wants or other people's, what you want. Specifically from your health, from your wealth, from your relationships, from the recreational things that you love doing. Specifically, when we're creating a life, it's very important, I believe, to create a 1 year, 5 year, and a 10-year vision. Now, some people do maybe 1 or 5 years. I think it's very important. It's going to be whatever fits for you. For me, it's important to do 1, 5, and 10 because for me, I like to dream very, very big. And what 10-year vision allows me to do is create something that is out of my imagination, something that is maybe not even tangible, that I can only dream of. And the 1 year plan kind of helps me gives me that little pressure, that little tension that, yes, this is something that I can create within 1 year that can help me in my 5 and 10-year vision. So this is why I think it's very important to be able to have, when we're creating a vision, to be able to have these three: 1 year, 5 year, and 10 year. They complement each other. So number two, very important, create a life vision, a specific life vision that you want. Let's go with number three. Number three is something that a lot of people also don't talk, which is, before you start committing to this vision that you have, is test your vision. Very important, test your vision. Be curious, explore, go out there, talk to people, fail, do internships, do whatever you want in that space, but test and see what connects with you, with your being, with your essence. Because a lot of times we have a dream, we try to go into that, and because we said we were going to do that, we commit and we're not happy doing that specific thing, that job, that relationship, that whatever you're doing. So very, very important to, if you want to create a business, talk to people about that business. Obviously, a lot of times when we get into relationships, a lot of times we don't meet somebody and we end up with that person for the rest of our life. So number three, very important, test your vision, see what connects with you, with your essence, before you commit 100% to it. So now let's go with number four. So now that we're able to explore and being curious and understanding and learning more about ourselves, number four is committing to a process. Very, very important, because when we commit to a process is where we are actually able to create the habits that we want. And committing to a process is like committing to a system. Sometimes I do not like using the word system because a lot of times people think like, hey, we're not robots. But having a process, a system to follow is so important, because then we don't have any structure to be able to follow. And that's something that I suffered for many, many years, not have something to follow in a structure. Within this process, in this process to follow, this committing to a process, is also very important to be flexible, because to be able to get to a destination is never linear. A lot of times there's a lot of zigzags to be able to get to a destination. So there's a lot of adjustments. So within that process that you committed yourself, be flexible as well. But very, very important, number 4, very important to have a process that you follow. That's number 4. Now let's go with number 5. Number 5 is the 1% improvement. Small improvements over time is what creates life mastery, is what creates that special relationship, is what creates that amazing physique, is that what creates that mastery within your job or your career. Is the thing that makes the difference of the quality of your life, is those 1% improvements in anything that you do. So this could be for anything, like in your relationship. What are the things right now, I'm in my relationship, what are the things that I can do every single day to improve within my relationship? What are the things that I can improve within my health, within my body? Within 1 year, there's like completely different change within your life if you focus on 1% improvements every single day. So let's do a quick review. Number 1, do a life assessment of your life. How is your life right now, specifically the good and the bad, so you learn the things so it doesn't affect everything else. Very important, self-awareness. Number 2, understand now we're able to create our life vision, specifically the vision that you want in your life. Number 3, test your life vision. See the things that you actually connect with at the core, your essence. Number 4, now that we're able to experience different things, let's commit to one specific thing, one specific process. Process. That's what makes the habits. That's where we take the actions within our life. And the last one, number 5, is 1% improvement in everything that we're doing, so it can help us in the process of creating life mastery, and at the end be able to create that epic life that we're trying to design. So guys, hopefully this was helpful for you guys. If it was, make sure that you like, subscribe, and also watch the other suggested videos, and I'll see you in the next one.